In this lesson, we're going to take a look at 3 frequently used commandlets that I feel are important for you to know and understand because you'll be using them quite a lot within PowerShell as you administer Exchange Server. The first commandlet we'll look at is where object. Now, where object just gives you a way to filter data that has been output from other commandlets. So you'll most often use where object in the pipeline. So let's take a look, for example, at the output of get Exchange Server. Now, get Exchange Server is going to return all of the Exchange servers within my organization. Let's say that I'm only interested in servers that are within a particular site. So we can use where object to filter the get Exchange Server output to just those servers that match that criteria. So we pipe into where object and we open a script block and use the $ and an underscore. And the $_ is just a variable that represents the current value being passed through the pipeline. And now we want to look at the site property of those Exchange servers and filter down to those that match or are similar to head office. So I'm using the like operator with a few wildcards there just so I don't have to type out the entire site string. Close off that script block. And we can see now that only the Exchange servers in the head office site have been returned. So basically the ones that I've named with HO- and the one that has been named BR- is in a different site. So it's been left out of this output here because it's been filtered through where object. So as another example, let's say that we want to see only the Exchange servers in the head office site that are also mailbox servers. So we can use the same commandlet again, but we can just add some additional operators here. So we can say that where site is like head office and is mailbox server. Now, because is mailbox server is a boolean, so it can only be true or false, it defaults to true if you just add it like this. We don't have to put an equals true after it because that's the value we're actually interested in. So we can close off that script block, press enter, and there we go. We returned just the mailbox servers within the head office site. The next command that I'll demonstrate is the select object command. The select object command lets us specify exactly which properties we want to see returned for the objects that are being returned by another commandlet. So let's look at get Exchange Server again. Now let's say we really only want to see the name and the site. We can use get Exchange Server, select object, name, site. You can see that the output that is returned now is only the name and site. Let's take a look at another example. Let's say that I'm running get mailbox and I'm piping that into get mailbox statistics. Let's have a look at the output of that command. Okay, so quite a lot of output there. We can see that display name, the item count, storage limit status, and the last logon time is what's returned by default. So let's say what we're really interested in is the display name and the total item size for the mailbox. So we can once again use select object. We just want the display name and total item size. Okay, as you can see there now, we're just getting that information returned that we're interested in: display name and total item size. I'll just kill that off. Now the next command that I want to demonstrate is the sort object commandlet. As the name suggests, this commandlet lets you sort the output that is coming from other commandlets depending on the criteria that you specify. So let's repeat the previous example. We've got get mailbox piped into get mailbox statistics, which we're then piping into select object so that we return only the display name and the total item size. So let's now sort by total item size, and we will sort that in descending order, so the largest to smallest. Okay, we can see that instead of being sorted by alphabetical order of display name, we've got them coming out in basically all kinds of orders as far as display name is concerned, because the smallest one is at the bottom, and you can see moving back up, they get progressively larger and larger and larger. Up to the largest mailbox, which is the administrator mailbox. Okay, now just running with that example a little bit more. In this case, I've done my select statement before my sort statement, but in some cases, it might be better to do it the other way around. I'll show you why. If we want to see only the top 10 mailboxes, we actually need to sort that output first. So we sort by total item size in descending order. I can abbreviate that just for saving a few characters on screen. And then we can pipe that into select object, display name, total item size, and we can say we just want to see the first 10, or the top 10 in other words. So you can clearly see that we've got the top 10 mailboxes here. Those are the ones that appeared at the top of the list when we were outputting the entire list of mailboxes. So let's see what would have happened if we'd used our sort and select statements, sort and select commandlets the wrong way around. So if I just added first 10 to this select statement, you can see we get a different result. So even though the administrator and Alan Reed still come out on top, we get slightly different results as we go through here. Now what's happened is get mailbox has returned a list of all the mailboxes. Pipe that into get mailbox statistics, which has returned all the mailbox statistics for all those mailboxes. And then this select commandlet has picked the first 10 in the order in which they were passed through, which is just at the moment alphabetical order. And only then, after the first 10 have been selected, are they sorted. So you can see that by getting these commandlets the wrong way around, we've actually gotten an incorrect result. It might appear to be correct because they are ultimately sorted in order, but they are not truly the top 10 mailboxes in terms of total item size. So just be aware as you're constructing these kind of PowerShell commands that the commands are processed in the order in which they appear in the pipeline. So get mailbox, then get mailbox statistics, and then if you want to get the top 10 in terms of size, you need to sort them first, as we've done in the previous case, before you do your select statement. And that's just one example of how putting your commands in the right order as you go through the pipeline is quite important.